IHC's playground, but it might be their burial ground. It is time for them to fight up against Lynn Vision, who are 2-0 up in this best of 5. One of those a default win, one of those a steal on Ancient. Other advantages from IHC that they weren't able to capitalize on. Hopefully, Inferno is going to be looking a little bit better for them.
Yeah, a map that has a lot of retakes themselves, and may not even need to. IHC finding a quick opening kill through middle, and they are quickly footed as well around it. Over to short, Cabal will find another entry, and Starry trying his best to hold on, but can find nothing. 5-on-2, Lynn, I mean, they may even just try to opt into save here, hold onto their armor and that Molotov that Expert has. IHC storming away with this pistol.
No one wants to give up a $600 incendiary on CT side, man, that's for sure. Score reveals his position, and as he's not able to find it, we'll just be putting Lynn Vision on guard. For Starry's a player who we have called over to having some sick USB highlight rounds. I was kind of hoping that we would have one of those come through, but obviously no tippity taps except for from the IHC side. Ooh, well, there's one, and it's gone.
And Expert looks like he's soon to follow.
Use the incendiary. Don't let him have it. Don't let him have it. Okay.
Will they recover it? They will. Well, that's unfortunate. That's expensive. This guy stole his Gucci bands.
Spoils of war. God, now I'm just imagining someone picking up Gucci bands in a war. Never mind. Good start for IHC, though. They definitely needed it, and they need the momentum. We saw a couple of key pressure moments not working out for them before. Now it's all about closing out against the force fight.
He also lost both pistols on Ancient.
Ooh!
Okay. Might be set up to lose this second round. Fantastic shot from Zacher. At least a trade over at the banana area. WestmeloN will take up the position. He has reinforcements coming as well. Zacher's making his way downtown with that scout. Might be posturing up so that they can start to rotate players around to A instead, because they have left Starry alone for a little while now. Companions are coming. Starry won't be alone for much longer, but they should be very ready for a potential rotate here, IHC.
Oh, good flashbang. Nelly peeks out over, can't get the instant headshot. A secondary flashbang for them to go in for further. Smokes, however, will be covering them up. Techno's found Nelly, and with his demise, WestmeloN behind a secondary smoke. It's a flashbang through, but Blitz doesn't clear the angle appropriately. Starry is still alive on the bomb site. Now missing out shots and opportunities gone. That could have been the round if he'd been able to capitalize, but instead WestmeloN left alone. A 1-on-3 will get another one. Brings it back into a doable position. He's got the kid as well. Can he flick? No! Techno with the quad will recover. IHC will wipe the sweat off their brow.
Yeah, really close round. WestmeloN had to finish with a quad kill himself, but Techno able to steal it away. Flash was good enough that WestmeloN lost track of where he could be, and to think that WestmeloN was given this rifle for free, effectively. Really good go of it. He got that smoke down, and there wasn't as much aggression there from Techno. Could have even stolen it away, you know, very unlikely. They knew that he had the kit on him as well.
Nades are good. Cabal's been brought down very low. There could be a bit of damage to come their way. Another nade. We'll actually find two. Okay, I like that.
Starry waited for all of his teammates to do the damage first. He was just there to kill Steel. These are the advantages you have of being one of the touted stars. Maybe even self-proclaimed. Oh, WestmeloN sits at the back of the B bomb site. He is very low HP, so even a singular bullet through the edge should do him. But they have to make sure to clear this one out, and they will. Very late swings, and Starry just left behind them. He needed them from the front. He wanted to get his hands on a weapon potentially, but IHC are guarding it, no problem.
Is he saving? Okay. Guess you don't want... Okay. Oh, well. Maybe now going for the deagle shot? No. Can't find it. If he'd got that kill, that would have looked very stylish, but...
Yep.
Unfortunately, not quite there.
I just picked this off the ground.
Yeah. Had it all planned out in my head. Zacher goes for the op. No Kevlar.
Gonna limit where you can really go with this. It feels like mid is, if you're gonna try and take an early pick, probably the best place for it, but wouldn't be too surprised if we see a very slow built round. Very defensive with this AWP. Going for potential banana aggression. There's a lot of early HEs, Molotovs. Having no armor, you would just get chewed to bits. Things to consider, that's for sure. Even apartments is kind of a danger. Teams have gotten so good at sort of spamming it from the second middle bridge.
I'm curious about where Zacher's spawn is from. Just trying to figure out whether any of them move away. Okay, so... well, he's got a spawn for nowhere, apparently. Going to be looking for the deep mid smoke to start the round off initially. Something that has been getting a bit more shine recently, actually. Starry maybe even looking to push through it. No, just a deep nade and it'll find very little damage. B side is still where the majority of contention is looking to be coming through. No damage on either side through the smokes, though.
Yeah, a whole lot of spam, and now IHC will use their own utility to try and take this fight. 3 players are around the corner, so nobody actually committing here for IHC. The immediate smoke as well onto the Molotov does indicate to the Mongolian squad that they do intend to fight. Smoke drop by Nelly, and he'll begin his rotation away. Important that these Lynn Vision players are able to fall back into the bomb site, otherwise that's just another smoke given to the T's.
No retake mid utility available either, so this is going to be just a straight contact over for IHC. Expro's gone and found the first. Techno trades. WestmeloN still alive in the back lines. Will be able to get one more and make it 2, maybe even 3, 4 on the way. Perhaps score to stop that from coming in. The double sandbag setup pays out some massive dividends. The lack of utility ends up catching them off. Going in single file, never the best of ideas. And Nelly, line it up, will allow the score bomb plant to come in at the very least.
Nelly's trying to close that gap, knows that Score would have been committing to that 1-on-3 in their doubled up spawn. Shadow giving up, and just as they go for the jump spot, no! Score's pulled it off! All 3 face and all 3 bodies hit the deck!
Score just reminding everyone what he is capable of. This guy is a different kind of beast entirely. Cannot afford to flash, to peek him without flashes. Cannot afford to peek right into him. No advantages there whatsoever. Even Zacher didn't have Kevlar on the edge. So even if you're thinking, why didn't he at least try and go for a scope and a shot? He would have been aim punched out of existence anyway, even if he'd had the time.
I can't believe it. They were baiting for that. They were waiting for the jump through from Zacher before they swung. It didn't matter. Made the conditions difficult. Score excels.
Talked about how single file was what ended up being the bane of IHC. Turns out it is also what gives them that round. Score comes through this time just for the Mac 10 as well. Says, you know what? I've done my heavy lifting. Now it's time to make some money and die.
Yep, and eventually just die as well. And he said he made his cash. Got at least the investment back for that Mac 10, and so money built up for the future rounds. IHC looking good on this attacking side of Inferno, especially after Scores pulled off that 1v3. Life feels like you're just riding on lemons. There's a whole lot of lemonade. Don't know if that's a real phrase, but I'm making it one.
Hey, maybe it'll click.
Yeah, maybe it'll take off.
Good nades, man. Consistently high amounts of damage. They are really reading into Techno's positioning here.
Get me out.
The floor is quite literally lava. That smoke doesn't seem like it's right.
Nope. No, it doesn't. But IHC are so weak that chasing after it and trying to punish this botched top banana smoke might have been their death sentence, so there is a cautious step. Annihilation will now lead the way with his AWP. They will probe, and this would be the right site to target, at least at the appropriate time, but now some utility being exchanged over towards Banana. They have cold rotations here for Lynn. Expert was alone, but no longer. They have no utility to delay.
Okay. Flashbang avoided. Repeaks back out over! Score is gone. What an egregious peak to go for, and it somehow pays off. The spam inside the smoke will find the boosted up player. X-Pro needs to activate soon. Gets the play he wasn't even shooting at. It's Annihilation. Oh, just tagged down as well. In the meanwhile, Cross still being watched. Blitz had to hit some nice one-taps. His bullets were running low. Ammo out. Annihilation scoped in, and it is going to be another miss from him. As Zaka is living on borrowed time. Annihilation is gone. Bliss a 1-on-3 to try and commit to. They aren't defusing yet. Now his position is known as well. Spamming him right back. It's Starry to find the frag.
Ay, ay, ay. Scary business there for Annihilation and Blitz. Like you said, those taps from him really need to come through over Banana, and then Annihilation missing this shot in crunch time. It does feel like these higher pressure rounds, that's where Annihilation really is struggling so far in the finals. He's supposed to thrive in the chaos, thrive in the darkness, but Lynn have a very bright flashlight and instead just put him in that spotlight to miss shots. First round for Lynn. So you can't feel too comfortable just yet, but money is starting to deteriorate here from IHC. We had the score 1v3. Now they also lose a round. Those funds have been thinning for a little bit. Very important retake for Lynn to have won. That is aggro. 1 for 1. Ain't quite gonna cut it.
Thought for a second Techno might be able to make it too. So far, they've been dealing with him with a lot of grenades. This time over, it's just a straight bullet to the head. Unfortunately, one of those is safer than the others.
You can see how fixated IHC have been on this B control. Very infrequently have we seen them attack the A side of the map. It's only really been on the low buys that IHC have felt comfortable to do so. Nate is pretty timely. Blitz is tagged down low. Nelly, this last time they killed this boost just by spamming it, and they do so again.
Yeah, this might be a call to stop going for that boost at this stage. IHC's protocols do seem to have that pretty nicely pre-programmed in.
Are they committing to this? This is pretty risky. Yeah, X-Pro's backing out. Zaka trying to secure a path alongside him. If they'd found an early pick, they might have gone for it, but didn't feel like they had the players or the resources to make this feasible. Damage onto Cabal actually might finish him off. His bomb radius is pretty unrelenting, so there you go.
Yeah. Even so, IHC 6-1 lead. This is looking like a completely different presence coming out from them. Vision, this defensive banana setup isn't really helping them in stopping the bomb get planted. Going back to coffins, and the boost is generally just, well, the boost has been pre-fired every time, in all fairness.
Yeah, they probably need to start boosting somewhere else if they want to do it so badly. CT spawn just gets shot at every time.
Okay. Got 4 players here on the B-bomb site.
Okay, they never go aggro A. Not on gun rounds. Maybe they've noted that tendency themselves, so they felt like they could get away with it. They left Starry alone, but we'll make sure that he has company now.
They've shown 2 early nades, but Techno's walking up. Flashbang is fantastic, and Techno's taking damage to the spam, but will not be anything beyond that. Again, some really weird smoke.
It's a bad smoke. Yeah, that's a very bad smoke. So bad, in fact, Zach will make his way over just to do a proper assessment. He'll throw one from a comfortable lineup. Now split 2 and 2 though. Zacher will make his way back over. Oh, he's kind of floating with the idea. IHC aren't going to wait around though. They take brackets and move up to long rather swift. The flash will keep them at bay for a little longer, but deep smoke as well. They can't exactly perform the wrap easily.
Oh, good Molotov. Forces Nelly off the position, but Starry's gone and found himself the first. In the meanwhile, it's all about Zacher, as there will be a smoke blocking him off. Maybe looks to spam through it. Starry still keeps himself alive from the bicycle. There is yet to be a cross onto bomb. Zacher moves out, misses the shot, and Cabal's there to make quick work of the remaining players. And again, the early plans for Lynn Vision don't really seem to be getting them too much.
Yeah, their greatest success has been when they've actually been challenging Banana to a certain extent, but IHC have also got so many of those protocols ingrained. They've been losing some of these fights to Techno, and even if it's not Techno, after the initial aggression, Lynn have typically fallen back into the bomb sites, and the B hits have looked pretty devastating. This is one of the few times where IHC have targeted the A site, and they pull it off with flying colors. See Nelly unable to get too much done from his position. Neither Starry only good for that 1 kill, but Nelly was forced out by a utility. I think Zacher actually landed the wall bang into the archers as well, just from the library rotate, but even that wasn't enough to alleviate the pressure building on A. We knew in IHC we're going to look good on Inferno, but it feels like they're just able to play however they want. They've been going for some spread out aggression via score or Techno, then just going for late round executes. Lynn have done nothing to disrupt that flow. Might be the round to do it though. A little bit more aggressive in the apartments. A rifle and an SMG alongside it, but how deep do they peek, and will they even find a timing to do so? Because IHC are quick up Banana.
I mean, the flashbang lineup's not going to be doing anything with the way the Sandbag player is positioned. Blades finds another in the meanwhile, make it 2. Zacher, the only person to fight back at a flashbang to try and peek out. Good for another one. Molly's off in the corner of the bomb site. It has allowed Cabal to cross back over to Hobbit. That's where Zacher's trying to contest him. The spam inside the smoke will find him. Absolutely nothing, and Nelly is left to save. This is, again, just looking at IHC just dominates the B bomb site every single time. They're getting the timing advantages early on. Nades were working out a little bit for Lynn Vision, but now IHC is even able to move past blitzes on sandbags while they're lining up a coffin flash.
Yeah, one of the few rounds where they don't have all the resources they want to contest Banana, and they just sit back in the bomb site, and IHC capitalize on that immediately. It doesn't even take them maybe 5 seconds to realize that Banana isn't being as contested as previous rounds because of the way they've been laying out the groundwork at the start of them on the CT side. So IHC pounce at every opportunity, and they are really just running away with this game. Like I was just saying, it feels like IHC can play however they really want to in these rounds. The way they've been aggressive, the way that they've also been sort of layering in utility to their defaults, both have worked. Who's the man to stop them? Is there someone that can stop them on Lynn?
You'd hope so. You don't want to see this be a completely one-sided affair. You do at least want to see a bit of fight to come out from Lynn. The first few times they've got full Banana control without taking actually any damage whatsoever. Comes off of IHC playing incredibly defensive, and a double late crunch to apartments being the name of the game. CTs have got a similar setup going on over here, but Score at this stage, op shots. Oh, Score's gonna have the perfect timing. Finds the player, turned around as well. Score perfectly played.
Zacher, what are you made of? So clutch on Ancient, but there's many opportunities to really thrive on this second map. Won't find an opportunity, will instead hurtle back towards his site, but the bomb site seems to be the target here for IHC, and Lynn have 3 postured up for the defensive. This could be the best way to swing things back into your favor. This could collapse quite quickly. IHC are not leaving a lot of wiggle room.
Even Expert starting to consider moving back over. Worried a bit about the CT wrap potentially. WestmeloN good for the first. Even takes time to reload out. Zacher finds another Nelly, keeping them from actually jumping out. WestmeloN's finally volleyed off. Wants to continue taking the duels. He knows his death is inevitable when Blitz is on the other side. Quick double for Blitz, and he's got a Molotov, but time is running down low. Zacher needed to find the kill. Still one-on-one. They can't find the frag. X-Pro comes through and saves the day with the cute one-way smoke chucked in for himself. It is chaos all over the place, but IHC this time don't pull through.
Yeah, back-to-back sets of frags there from Blitz as well. Really kept this round in close contest, but had to be him to deliver the final blow and couldn't do it. In-game leader versus in-game leader. Expro comes out ahead. Still, only the second round that Lynn have been able to get on board, and finding consecutive successes has eluded them so far this half. Around the smoke. Oh, wow. WestmeloN actually still getting the drop on Techno. Blitz was blind, so trade wasn't quite available the way they were hoping for, but Expro playing close. Blitz could have swung off it. They decided to stem the bleeding instead of hemorrhaging more losses. Could have been the chase that Lynn were instead set up for, but now they leave X-Pro to his own devices. We haven't seen IHC in a position like this where they're down a man and the B aggression hasn't worked at the start of the round, so Lynn Vision are expecting something different.
Problem is, they only have 3 players here this time over. They haven't actually cheated players despite the banana control they have. That's because they don't know they have the banana control, even adding another player to B. Lynn Vision have become so used to IHC's B-side successes that they're assuming that it's going to be another one of a similar call. Now, there is Nelly kind of watching out for it, but even then, leave smoke primed up for the Archer's wrap over. Zacher's found Annihilation. Bomb's been dropped as well. Quite far away from anyone who can retrieve it. Cabal's the one who has to try and go for it. Zacher, quick scope won't work for him. Cabal gets 2 beautiful frags, and that's left Starry all alone on the A-bomb site. The rotations coming in will be very late, and Blitz has got a comfortable angle where he can just try and move in up against him. They're not expected. Starry gets 1 before he dies, and he drops the bomb. That gives his teammates time to swing out. WestmeloN takes it and score. As good as he has been, 12 seconds for a 1v2 is a lot to ask even for him. They're expecting him to peek out. They're slowing it down. A wallbang through will reveal his position. Scores good for the first. Conflict for the second. Not this time.
Deep breaths here for Lynn, because Score looked like he was about to pull this one off again. That would have been mental if he did so, but great initiative there from Zacher to make this a 5-on-3, but it was clawed away from Lynn. The rounds are winning. You see the survivors that they have. 2 in one round, 1 in another, and 1 once again. Can never feel comfortable with their buys moving forward, but IHC have finally been broken in their own bank. 1 rifle is all they'll operate around in round number 12. Oh, wow. Damage is great onto X-Pro, and Techno hunts him down immediately. WestmeloN standing his ground, but the Molotov separating the T's, so they couldn't make use of the space.
Techno's got a really nice Tech 9.
The Techno 9.
The Tech 9? No?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, it was quite a rowdy start, but seems like quite a silent finish.
They really look to be hoping for the CTs to make a mistake. CTs haven't actually been doing too much mid-round aggression for information, so this could end up working out for them. First duel will be everything. There aren't any flashes to force Zacher off the angle. This should be a field day for him. Needs to hit these shots. First one comes out. That's a freebie. Spacing is going to be pretty far off as well. They know that the smoke was chucked out close range, and WestmeloN will just be here to try and clean up Blitz. Good trade. His eagle's always fantastic, but Zacher goes ahead and finds himself his 3rd. Still, heavily contestable, and with an AK recovered for Blitz. Not to mention Nelly and Starry being a little bit further away from each other. They want to try and combine forces to move in. There aren't any incendiaries available. Starry's got a grenade, so if he chucks that to the back of the bomb site, this could be bloodstains on the wall, but he instead faces off. Blitz has got the one, knows where Nelly is as well, but the aim punch. Another one-on-one success coming through. It is going to be Lynn Vision tanking their stars.
Oh my goodness. You see the taps there from Blitz as well, and you can see how confident he is in his aim and his abilities. 17 kills so far this game, but a lot of close calls that aren't all finish lines for IHC. Another win for Lynn on one survivor. So now looking at this next buy for IHC, you see how propped up that economy is to tumble down. Should they lose this? They've lost the loss bonus. They'd be down in the dumps.
Oh, wow. Nades and damage. Again, Techno. Find the first. He is so consistent in Banana. He flashes in Nelly close range. He knows exactly what's going on over here. Would like some assistance, maybe a bit of utility or the like, but no one has it.
Look how heavy they've rotated on Lynn as well. After one kill goes their way, they almost immediately vacate the A bomb site. They leave Zacher in ownership of A entirely. And holding against an aggression or holding against an execute on this A bomb site with an AWP is not easy.
Good way to start off. Nice chunky nade on the Cabal should hopefully be keeping him at bay. For Zacher, success comes off the back of a banana push from his teammates. Otherwise, this might just be a save. And Zacher good in the close range for the first, but Blitz has sidelined him already. Banana push won't be quite fast enough to try and take advantage of the bomb while it's being planted, but Cabal's demise has been met. The earlier nade to assist in that. But the resmoke of Moto will be blocking out Starry completely, unless he's looking to come through with a flashbang or something on those lines. WestmeloN's going to be watching out for something like it. Smoke to the bit side of things. WestmeloN is gone, and Score will be the one to help him descend into the grave. This might just be a call to save. They've been in such precarious economic positions time and time again, but Nelly no longer feels like there is a path to retreat available. Lynn Vision, the B-side pendulum is not going to pay off for them once again.
I feel like Nelly was trying to help WestmeloN come out of the apartments, but I feel like he made his fight actually more difficult because of the smoke that was down. It almost serves it as a one-way there for Score. IHC had such great post-plant positions. If they just were able to section off those angles a little bit easier, it would have probably gone a little bit better for them. But yeah, money is toppled over, and now for the Chinese squad, IHC should be able to capitalize into double digits before this half is finished. Find their hands on 11, but 10 feels like an almost guarantee. Zap Enjoyer, but we'll find no lightning rods. The race to discharges Thunder. Lightning. Thunder. Thunder is the sound. Lightning is the actual
discharge, indeed.
Yeah. Want to change up the words, but it doesn't really make sense.
He probably does make a lot of noise when he's dying, in all fairness.
Ah! A poor attempt. I'm no dust.
Indeed, you are not. Well, I'll be able to add in a bit more damage to the second as well. And yeah, no one lost at all from IHC. Comfortable round comes out. Not that it would have really mattered. They would have had the buy in the next one regardless. But hey, it's all about the morale. We're all alive together. That's the thing.
Yeah. That was a thing once upon a time, a long time ago, and those are the lyrics, I'm pretty sure. Those people have grown up, you would hope.
Yeah. Disney stars tend to do that. They grow up and then they have scandals that I learn about online, and I feel a little bit sad, wow, but also a little bit happy that, hey, I'm glad that I'm not the only one who's having a worse adulthood than childhood.
It ain't all roses, especially not in Hollywood. Well, 10-4, and could certainly be an 11th. IHC's successes have ranged from fast, aggressive hits to late execs. Doesn't feel like there's any real consistent road for Lynn to keep hold. So finding a fifth will be very difficult. See Nelly down on the SMG, but he seems to do okay when he's on unideal buys. So we've been WestmeloN and Zacher, the main propellant. Expert will try and be the accelerant, but instead the catalyst to their own demise.
Even damage on top of it with the grenade. Techno is 16 and 10 when he's been taking an entry position in most of his duels. That's a different kind of man.
Well, there's a massive hole that can be exploited. Score can flank B if they want. They can even let Techno get more entries, and he will. Stay away from the B side of the map. Stay away from Banana.
Can you really call them entries when he's already put into a 5v3? And he's being peeked into.
He kills one more.
Seems like he might. If he doesn't, well then it's an easy setup for a score. Meanwhile, Zacher is
knife him.
Apprehensive. Score was hoping for it. He was hoping for it.
Yeah, he tried it yesterday, didn't he? So
11 seemed to be written in the stars, IHC. Both actually all of Blitz, Score, and Techno were doing a lot of writing.
Oh my god!
Annihilation, gotta be careful! Another one! Oh, this one as well! Oh gosh, that's one of those ones where you wish he'd just have taken it out of confidence. But 11-4, IHC will have a swimmingly good first half, and we'll have to wait until the second to find out whether or not Lynn Vision have anything to show us for it, or are we headed to a third all too quick? It's an 11-4, but I will not lie to you. It could have been maybe even more one-sided. IHC looked dominant all the way. Lynn Vision will have to pull off a miracle to bring themselves back into this one.
Yeah, pretty dominant showing, and they haven't even had to really use Annihilation in many of the rounds. Techno, Score, Blitz. I mean, Cabal had his moments as well. All these riflers took over, so IHC's defenses will certainly be tested. But Techno, full blinded. Blitz as well, blind right behind him. Cabal is all that's left of this B-side hold for IHC.
Cool. Miracle time. Starry. Fine score as well. Turn around. I'm wildly confused. Why is Score looking at the brackets?
I don't know what was happening there.
Okay, it's one player apiece on either side, and there is still a lot of utility available for Lynn Vision. They're fine with trying to chill out up ahead. Let Starry get exploratory. Cabal will be kept in his place with a few more shots being fired, and now that it is time to go over towards the A-bomb site. Annihilation. If he can come through with this round, well then, all past sins are forgotten.
Never
I didn't get to the
chance,
sentence.
did he? Got cleared immediately.
Oh, wow.
Not expecting
what you
this
expected.
pistol. Yeah, I mean, this pistol has just gone too well for Lynn in some weird way.
I still don't know why Score is looking towards bracket though.
Did somebody throw a decoy behind him, or like some shadow step clone jutsu?
Someone pick Yoru.
Wrong game. Wrong game. I don't even know how that thing works anymore.
I think it's just like
they changed it.
Okay, then I don't know either. I don't follow it.
Actually, it does have like a weird clone. I don't know.
Never mind, dude.
Whack
Whatever.
game. We don't learn about it.
Yeah. 4 players on the B-bomb site. Seems like I've seen this one before. Let's see whether it works out a little bit better for IHC. Annihilation, deep shot comes through. Nelly's been tagged up by him early on. Question is, how do they actually end up reading into this Lynn Vision? Are they going to be expecting it to be, hey, maybe it's a stack over towards the A-bomb site? No way Annihilation peeks this early on.
That's an assertive from him, though, with the scout. Making sure that people remember that he's still in the server.
Trying to remember that he is in the server himself. Annihilation. Flashes avoided initially. Starry found him, though.
Yeah, spam as well from the archers. Blitz will not be able to connect on anything, but Starry is just faking presence. Still 2 players over on B here for IHC, and the smoke to cross over. They really want to get this one deployed before the hit comes out, but Lynn are going to bypass it. Cabal being... Actually, the blind is great, so Nelly unable to do anything from it. Cabal as well, just continuing to capitalize and play close to that smoke, but will be found in the end. Blitz and Score all that remain, and the damage is certainly significant on these Lynn remaining players. They have a 3-on-1 on this bomb site, because very late to rotate is Score.
So I'll walk forward for Blitz. He's been covered off by the new box player, but not actually peeked into. So there is a possibility for him to make... okay, they didn't see him. Pick that one up. For a second, I thought they might have. Small possibility for him to be able to find at least some damage with this Mac 10, but at this stage, even if IHC want to move back and save it, wouldn't hate it. You know, Mac 10, Deagle, second Deagle, and the Scout saved up. That's a lot to take forward. Score, however, will just be concentrating on dealing damage right now.
Costly round here for Lynn, but every round is a grind when you're fighting from so far behind. Came to this half 11-4 down, so we are expecting to see great things, or potentially just a finishing off of this map from IHC. Still remains to be seen, and Lynn should be able to capitalize moving into this next round. Only the Scout and Pistol that Score was able to bring into this round with. Annihilation will not invest alongside it, but Scout actually landing the tag. Wow, the run boost actually finding some success, and actually he's hovering around for more damage. They've taken a lot more than they would have anticipated coming into this round with. A nade could finish off the job, or even the 5-7 up close. This is dangerous for Lynn.
Annihilation That is not quite low enough for him to be able to find a shot with one bullet, but... okay.
He's getting tenderized.
This is really just looking like, despite it being a 4v5, the only way IHC should be in anything but at least a 50-50 is if they stack the wrong bomb site, and it looks like that might end up happening. B side, a lot of presence drawn over. Lynn Vision successfully able to bring them in, and don't forget, a lot of unconfirmed damage here as well. I'm sure the 2 shots from Annihilation, that's not quite there, but the grenades... Oh. I like it.
Yeah. Deep Molly keeping them busy over at the B-bomb side, but WestmeloN's dealt with rather quickly, and it's enough to cause the full rotate from IHC. They needed to be able to get through with either good trading or just a lack of actual presence, but Blitz has still thinned the herd, and the nade as well. That's devastating. They are very prone to losing this round.
This is basically Starry's round. He has to deliver over here. There's no other way for them to really truly come out on top. Nelly so damn low. The best he can hope for is a quick kill and to serve as a distraction. Starry's even brought down. That scout has been demolishing them. Starry needs to start hitting some quick one-taps if he wants to have a chance over here. Kabbalah's gone over here. Now is waiting for Nelly to try and pick things up. Great crossfire being set up amongst the 2 of them. A nice second kill as well. Nelly's got score around the corner. Score's got Kevlar. Needs to be a headshot from Nelly. And then damage to boot, but Score will not be losing out on this one. A massive round brought back, but it is going to be the 10-second defuse. I think he's got it done. Right down to the end of it.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe how close they've made this round, and just how successful IHC have been off of the singular 5-7 and Scout that Score saves. That Scout probably did about 400 damage in that round. Just shy of it, maybe 350, 3 something. But it set up all those Lynn Vision players to fail in the late round. They still had nades, they still had pistols, they had recovered rifles as well, so IHC overturned a round that was unexpected to. Now the full buy as well in response. Lynn are backed up against the wall here. IHC win this round, they'd be at 13. Lynn's money would be reset, so probably 14. Critical kill to find first, though. WestmeloN opening up at B, and Techno had a nade pulled. And Annihilation has to fall back. Will hit the shot on the fall off, but is met by a smoke, so they'll have a man advantage here, Lynn.
Retake is on. Score tries to push through the smoke, and this is immediately punished. Certainly might be time to try and turn back. The problem is Annihilation so heavily committed into coffins as well, with the smoke having dissipated right now. Okay. That gives them a whole lot more room to work with. Lynn Vision prioritizing getting the round over anything else.
That's the cue to leave. Oh, you smoked it off for me? Thank you very much. I shall escape. Until next time, you meddling kids. Great stuff, though, from Lynn finding these entries nice and quick. They were getting punished on their be defensive. And give them a taste of their own medicine. Even the players that were being attacked by that they distribute this back to. So Techno and Cabal first to fall. I really hope that Lynn are able to maintain this pace somehow. It'll be very difficult, but they almost need to replicate what IHC were doing in having these nice slow build-up protocol rounds, but also throw in a couple more of these sort of explosive moments. This is also where we hope to see Annihilation come more into the game. I think with the first half, maybe a bit more difficult to keep up. The Riflers were doing all their own thing. They'd be super aggressive. He was sometimes just left on bomb duty, which is fair. But now that he's on the defensive end, we've seen how good he can be and how quick he can go from angle to angle and have so much impact. This has to be where he finally finds form. If Lynn enter back in this game, it'll be because Annihilation hasn't.
I mean, just to remind everyone, I went back and looked at it. Annihilation was 29-16 versus NKT in Inferno, and that was a 16-14 win.
do they have the firepower if he goes absent?
They would hope so. They would. But you can't have the same sort of performance from Techno over here. It just isn't the same role as what you had on B. Annihilation missing out on an opportunity. Tries to get aggressive more behind it. A grenade lined up, goes deep, will be finding nearly no damage. And as they start to venture out, Zacker's demise is met. Cabal as well. Trying to play close as Annihilation will be moving through. X-Pro barely able to get away with his life, but they've got a lot of bracket control to try and work off of.
They slip the net just before Annihilation gets into position. This could be everything. We'll try and opt for the long way around, but we'll make sure that the archers are covered. Annihilation is ready for this swing. Oh, had a real one presented to him. Another one as well. Lynn weren't quite prepared for him to take this re-challenge, but Annihilation finally hits the third time going. Westmelon and X-Pro are all that's left, and now just X-Pro. In-game leader, 1-on-4, and the bomb dropped in towards Moto, so a long distance to gather, and Blitz will finally be dealt with, but this is an impossible crossfire to break. It feels like two players round this corner, and you can see they're hiding, tucking away, and making sure that Annihilation can hit the last. A triple from the AWP of IHC as they make their way up to 13.
And that'll reset the economy for the T side once again as well. IHC able to keep themselves alive. You called upon Annihilation. He does deliver, maybe not quite as crisp as you would like him to be, but even so, regardless, at the end of the day, the round is a round. 3 kills for him, even if there were a few misses.
Yeah, far from clean.
Yeah. But they're fine with it. All right, it's a slow start, and it's a slow climb back up into relevancy. As long as he's able to get there, that is what matters.
IHC fighting for their lives, but they seem to be doing some of their best work on this map. That T side was, well, it was impressive. 11-4 to nothing to scoff at, but important that they don't lose that form in the defensive half, and that may be the resurgence they were looking for. Annihilation has 9 assists, and in amongst his 6 kills, so some of those scout rounds certainly adding up. You see some of the difficulties he's had finishing off his food.
I think he tagged 3, maybe even 4 people in that first scout round that IHC was able to steal away.
This is a real cobbled together buy. They've gone to Build-A-Bear, and they ran out of resources.
Annihilation, secondary flashbang forward as Techno's just going to continue through and peek in. Annihilation covers off the continual aggression from the T side. Now it's all about Starry. Also not had the best of games, even if he has had a moment or two here and there. Now makes his way back over. Score is turned around. Timing's been found. Score does look back, but it's not going to be enough. It's only Blitz on the A-bomb site left over. And X-Pro is expecting this angle. He will be facing right into it. They brought it back to a 2-on-2. Utility isn't really there for them to work around, but at the very least, their positions will be.
This will be a mental round to win, 2-on-4, that they have clawed their way out of the grasp of IHC. They do split up, so this will be a critical kill as well. Annihilation, AWP looking the wrong way, and X-Pro, if he escapes, will be able to play the numbers game, but will instead try and set up Starry for success. Info gained, and he won't peek.
Starry's just going to continue hiding away while Cabal be looking into this. He does have a kit. Starry peeks forward, reveals his position, now goes back over, sees that Cabal didn't have a gun in his hands. And with that, it is 8 for Lynn Vision. A steal. Absolute robbery coming out of here.
Yeah, this timing from Starry was impeccable. And then X-Pro as well, finding the Annihilation adventure down middle, making sure that his teammate could come up mid safely. Final cherry on top is that Starry is able to get that under their belt. We certainly saw on Ancient, Lynn, IHC, both of them were very good at clawing back the sort of man deficits. That one might be the most impressive you've seen so far.
Especially with the lack of utility that was available, for sure.
Yeah. X-Pro's kill into the apartments. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Guy's
Beautiful.
got awareness.
Just what you want to see when you're this far behind. It's also a rallying call, as you are now facing up against 5 USPs and a poor loss bonus. So if I am not mistaken. I don't think... Actually, no, Techno's got money, so he should be able to drop over and off a bit like it. X-Pro and Westmelon playing this one up pretty simply. Score is going to end up facing into the corner, hoping to ostrich his way out of goodness, but despite some casualties, they will end up coming out on top.
If it were only that simple. I can't see them, so they can't see me. Real surprised that he lasted as long as he did, but yeah, another round that they were looking to win. Just do damage and keep their economy modest. And they accomplished that. Couple of kills. It's enough. Now just shy of double digits are Lynn Vision. Annihilation's AWP is out once again, but this time he lacks armor, so the same restrictions that we were noting for Zacher on their CT side will apply, taking deep aggro peaks. Anywhere that is susceptible to early pre-nading is strictly off limits. He's playing very safe behind his teammates. The arches, blitzes, SMG, sorry. Will find a lot of damage, but oh, they find aggression over at B as well. They just jump through the smoke. Flash was well placed.
So is that one. Forces Cabal off the angle. A side is empty. They've generally had a lurker over Starry to have had the honors a few times over. Now Cabal, as he starts to aggress through, will be faced off. X-Pro finally swings out. There's an op on the other side. Annihilation gets a freebie. They are giving up kills that perhaps will be coming back to bite them later on, but it all comes down to how fast IHC is willing to rotate. They know where Annihilation is. They don't want to contend with him. Let's go A.
Yeah, they weren't expecting the rotate to come in from IHC, but after the aggression from Cabal and Annihilation right behind him, they certainly have an inkling that A could have been more vacant. That's confirmation on at least a couple of the players, and score was the only unconfirmed. Now that they've gone the other way, this should be just an IHC save. It got a little dangerous, but considering they find early success on the blitz mid-information gathering play, as well as just bursting through the bottom banana smoke, and 2 kills happened instantly. IHC were left reacting. They had to try and find something back, and it just went from bad to worse.
And worse and worse and worse. If we're being specific.
I mean, you come into this half 11-4.
Yeah, and one of your wins is a half wipe. Let's not forget that. That's impactful.
Won't be able to buy up fully in this next round either, so we might be spelling some doom and gloom, but that's how the IHC camp probably feel. Such a significant lead coming into this half, and Lynn are right behind them now.
It's just the pressure of being pursued is something different. When you lose a 2v4 like that, just resets everything. It doesn't matter that X-Pro's 10 and 19. It doesn't matter that Starry's 11 and 15. When those two pull that off, yeah, the kind of resurgence you're going to get in terms of morale is huge.
You just have to question the comms and the flaws in your own setups as well when rounds like that fall out of your favor. Like, how did we let that one slip? I will not buy around these 2 saved weapons. There is a buy in the tank for IHC in the follow-up round, and I think the idea would be if they lose out the numbers, they try and save on score and annihilation again. Double boosts.
Great kill initially for Annihilation to come through. This is where now if they start to get exploratory towards that B-bomb side, this could end up working out against them. Annihilation is zoned into the hairline angle. This is where he could come up big or end up faltering. Will get the no-scope on the fade back, but it's still a 3-on-3. The ops lost and unrecoverable. Only a USB left on the A-bomb side, and with the demise of Annihilation, they have made the call to start to move over, but so have IHC. What the 2v4 was to Lynn Vision, this would be to IHC if they're able to start bringing it back. It's a 2-on-3. Only one of them having Kevlar. Techno's also, rather than only one of them having a rifle. Techno's not got Kevlar. The aim punch too much of a factor. And Cabal is only interested in one thing: Annihilation's up.
Might not even be prioritizing that. Gets his hands on an AK and Can look for more damage. Yeah, if he can get his way to the Annihilation AWP, that would certainly cushion their next buy, but he has already passed over this round, doesn't have a kit, doesn't have armor. Only people that had armor coming into this round was actually Score, because Annihilation went with the glass cannon. I feel like if he wanted to get his hands on that AWP, it would have to be now. Bomb Radius will not be kind to his armorless body.
Yeah, he should at the very least have found WestmeloN over here. WestmeloN, yeah. And the falling bomb is also planted for Vino, so I think he would have been fine regardless, yeah.
No one holds the AWP, but Lynn can reinvest into it if they so choose. They will indeed buy up, and Annihilation can do the same. We'll be able to get armor alongside it, which is important. Open up some options, but we'll be missing out on some critical resources as well. No smoke, no Molotov, no kit. This is where the roadblock has to start here for IHC. Lynn will be able to tie things up should IHC falter here. The Mongolians are fighting to stay alive in this best of 5. Already 2 maps down, one of which was due to the upper bracket advantage Lynn have, but then Ancient, an overtime victory for the Chinese.
Meanwhile, Lynn are just content with giving a banana and retaking it late. That's something we didn't necessarily see. Okay. Alright, that's unreasonable. Just brought him into one headshot territory. Ends up spurring him on, though.
Inspirational.
Yeah. Do this to them and their heads. WestmeloN. Opener found out and actually ends up splitting out IHC. The Annihilation AWP has re-navigated over, and Starry up to his old tricks again. It's apartments he has to be careful about. Score will come out on top in that duo, even if he takes some damage for his trouble. Utility's low on the T side. They haven't recognized his fall, and Blitz still on the site as well. This crossfire has worked out perfectly. Zacher gets nothing either, and despite the opening advantage and forcing Annihilation over to B, they get nothing at all out of the round.
Yeah, they thought they were capitalizing on a vulnerability on this A-bomb site, but Score getting that first kill and then repositioning before they even realize that he's changed spots. They're still focused on mini-pit, and they had to worry about big instead, so this built crossfire for IHC just too hard to handle, all stemming off of Score and his proactive nature. Didn't wait around, didn't simply sit and wait for Lynn to react and get that trade onto him. Always moving. Well, that could have been the overtake. That could have been the tie for Lynn spelled out. Now IHC are closer and closer. It's the thing with having such a significant lead coming into the second half is that all you need is a few more. You know, if they are sporadic.
Both players holding on to utility, and as it comes out, Techno will be fading backwards. They flashbang to try and peek back over. T's are able to dodge out the brunt of the damage, and despite the retake utility being chalked out, all these smokes have been moved past. X-Pro finds himself the first. Caval's demise opens things up against Techno, who is unable to prevent them from crossing. Spam right back over to him, will force him off the angle while the bomb is planted. That provides a lot more safety, and Annihilation and Blitz both are nowhere nearby. Are they saving?
They are really holding for a late lurk, aren't they? They have kits and they've got a lot of utility, so they should go for this.
That would be the traditional call. I mean, Blitz has got himself an incendiary. Are they lagged?
Are they timed out or something? I've never seen players be this stoic.
No, they're timed out.
Yeah, they must be.
Definitely timed out. No
What?
Annihilation.
Huh? Right.
Blitz is timed out. Okay, Blitz is timed out. Annihilation is just saving the op because he's realized Blitz is timed out. Okay.
This is moving too, bro. I don't know.
What?
I'm really confused. It feels like the ideas were completely different between the two squads. Like, the two rotationary players to be wanted to retake, and Annihilation and Blitz didn't.
Maybe the call is that, hey, we know we can buy up with 2 players alive in the next round anyway, so if you want, you can try.
Kind of like safety net?
Yeah, I'm really... I mean, I'm grasping for straws, don't get me wrong, but...
This was an odd round.
Indeed. Strange.
Lynn will take it. They break the B bomb site with one entry. On a low buy, too. They were on pistols and a couple of rifles. Not exactly premium ones either. Spam from Techno will at least do some damage down bottom B. Score initiative into the apartment. Starry has his number, though.
Techno's inching through. What would a nade do to these players if they were keeping an eye out? WestmeloN gone. Techno traded. Advantage maintained. Only Annihilation really on this B bomb site, and they are hightailing it back towards A. That is the right call to make for Cabal at the very least. Annihilation might want to start considering it soon as well. The Archer smoke down. Blitz. Not too many flashes to try and force him off the angle, and he's only good for one. Had an opportunity for sure, but can't get it done. Cabal forces the tees off, and he's got the double spray. Between Cabal! Keeps them in. Gives them map point. And IHC, they owe him a great boon.
How on earth has he done that? The magic man of IHC. I mean, this is so quick. I mean, the headshot as well onto Starry. That's a big flick to make. They all fall like flies in his presence. Lynn will need another of these scrappy buy rounds to stay in this. And surely Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same spot. Surely they can't just get away with one entry and that's it. Aggro banana control. IHC want to play close.
Techno. Oh, he's able to find so much in the chaos. Cabal as well comes out with a big one. Scores going by completely unnoticed. They don't know what they're not expecting there to be a second player here. LVG, their doom has been spelt out, and it is coming from Score, the master himself. So many crucial rounds brought back, but can this be another one of them? Lynn Vision played from behind so many times. Bomb recovered for WestmeloN. Annihilation cannot afford to miss if he goes over to B, but it's all about Blitz at this point, not Annihilation. I think he's going to be taking the duel head on. Not expected, not cleared properly. WestmeloN can't pull together a miracle. And it is IHC to bring it back. We're headed over to a map 3. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're back after a short break.